Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Women Young Members Excellence Committee of ICI, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to Yashaswini, an Idol Series 93. Yashaswini, an Idol is a Wednesday series of program conducted by the WYMEC for the women CAs and by the women CAs. This series is an extension of Sky High Symposium, which concluded its 100 episodes. It is one of the committee's initiative to not only disseminate information to women members on technical updatation and non-technical skill, but also to empower, inspire women members to come at the forefront and realize their verbal skill at public forum. So today we are starting with our first session with CA Twinkle Dubey. She is a CA, CS, and social auditor, practicing as a social impact assessor at a leading CA firm. She is an IICI member and IICI certificate independent director, specializing in NGO NPO social accounting compliances. So this session is really going to help us. So I would like to request Twinkle ma'am to please start with your session.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Harshada for the introduction. Thank you so much. And I would be really thankful for the Women Committee for organizing Yashaswini because, as long as I remember, this is the 93rd of the series, and I hope there are much more series of this kind because it's really helping the women chartered accountants to become a good speaker. Plus it's also helping us share our work and share it with everyone so that everyone grows. So yes, Yashaswani is a great platform for CAs like us who really want to grow and who really want people to know what we are actually doing. And like before, I had already conducted a session on social audit. What is social audit and how should we enroll ourselves into social audit? And then there was a session on communication as well. But today it's on a much more technical level because here we are going to understand how social audit actually works and how much impact a chartered accountant can create in the sphere of social audit. So before I start with what are the technical methods of social impact assessment, I would want to make you all understand what social audit actually is. So let me share my screen. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes.
So yes, social audit. What is a social audit? So social audit is very different from financial audit because financial audit we have the profits in our mind, we have the numbers in our mind. But here in social audit, we are talking things much beyond the numbers. We are talking about the social impact an organization which wishes to create, for which it has been established. So yes, it's been presented by me, CA Twinkle Dubey, and today we are just going to have a brief run through about the social audit. Basically, social audit is a bridge, is a connector between an intention and an impact. So there is an organization which wishes to do something for the public good, which wishes to do something for the environment. So it has an intention. And then there are chartered accountants on the other hand, there are auditors on the other hand, who will ensure whether the impacts are being created by the intentions of the organizations. So basically, it's judging the intentions and analyzing how much impact it is creating on the society. So this is basically the social audit concept. And how is it different from financial audit? It is different from financial audit because here we are thinking from the point of view of the stakeholder, from the one who is conducting the social audit, from the one who is conducting the impactful work, and the stakeholders, the various people who are going to benefit from these social activities. So here social audit is conducted from stakeholder perspective. And this the one good thing about social audit is it is not restricted to only few professionals. The CACS, CMA graduates, postgraduates with relevant experience can also conduct social audit. So it's a vast scope for them too. Now, to whom this social audit is applicable? If today I plan to conduct a social impact assessment, then in which areas can I function? What is the scope of my social audit? So the scope is for the NPOs, and there is one myth in the minds of the people that social audit is only for the trusts, it is only for the NPOs, for the NGOs, but that is not the case. Social audit is in fact for the for profit enterprises, so the organizations who are working for profits, but they have their CSR objectives as well, but they have a social intent as well. So for those organizations also, social impact assessment can be carried out. Now, NPO, what are the NPOs? Which NPOs are covered? So we have trusts, we have societies, we have Section 8 companies of the Companies Act 2013. But two important criteria is the annual spending should be at least 50 lakh rupees, and the funding receipts should be at least 10 lakh rupees in a financial year. So funding receipts of 10 lakh means it should not be a bootstrapping kind of scenario. It should be a proper funding, proper donation, proper grant that is getting received for the purpose of NPO NGO activities. On the other hand, we have for profit organizations. Now these for profit organizations are normal organizations which are listed on BSE, NSE, SME, and all these websites, all these sites. So what happens here is there are basic requirements for profit organizations. They just need to submit their audited 3 years financial statements, and they need to get an impact scorecard. And how will they get that? They will get that from their social auditor, from a CA, right? And they also need either a 12A, 12AA, or 12AB certificate. That is basically the registration certificates for the trusts, for the societies, Section 8 companies. This is how social impact assessment can be conducted not only for the NGOs but also for the for profit organizations who are wishing to list themselves on social stock exchanges also, and list their securities by way of, say, zero coupon, zero bonds, and similar structure. Now, just now I spoke the word social stock exchange. What is a social stock exchange? So, if I go deeper into the fact, social stock exchange are just like a normal stock exchange. The only thing here is, even if you just simply get registered on social stock exchange and don't list your securities, it is still workable. You just need to register yourself in order to raise funds. Example, if you are an NGO and you're wishing to do something big, then the normal donations or the normal grant amounts sometimes are not sufficient. So in such a case, I want to raise funds from, say, bigger companies, from bigger philanthropists, from the FIIs, or from such similar kind of category of people. So in such a case, I will register myself at the social stock exchange, and as and when I'll be needing the funds, I will list my securities on the basis of zero coupon, zero bonds. This will be my mostly my mode of raising the funds. So these are social stock exchange are just like a normal stock exchange, but these stock exchanges will allow you to list only if you have a social intent and a primary objective as a primary objective. And who will identify whether this is whether there is a social intent present or absent? Again, that will be done by a chartered accountant, by a professional who is aware of the who is aware of how to identify a social intent. So this was about social audit, how is it different from financial audit, and a bit of what is social stock exchange. Now we are moving further to the categories of people who can carry out this social impact assessment. So when I say social impact assessment or when I say social audit, they're both interchangeable. Now who can do it? Let's see. First is CA, CS, and CMA. All the three can do that provided they have a certificate of practice. They should not be a servicing chartered accountant or CS or company or CMA. Then we have a postgraduate person who has at least 3 years of experience in development sectors, in the sectors which are going to help the social service. So those kind of sectors, development sectors, when I say, I'm talking about those sectors which are working for the benefit of the people. Next is graduates. Graduates will be requiring 6 years in the development sectors. And how do we apply for this exam, for the certification? So basically this exam, the institute is correct the institute has tied up with the NISM, and the National Institute of Security Market will conduct the exam. You'll have to apply for the exam, select exam date, and then clear the exam. It will be an offline sorry, there'll be an exam on the online basis in an offline center. So here you have to clear the exam by securing 60% marks, post which you will get your you'll get your certificates, and then you can register yourself with self-regulatory organization. So every institute that I spoke about, CA or CS or CMA, they have their own self-regulatory organizations. That is a sub body within the main body. So for ICAI, if speak, the sub body is ISAI, Institute of Social Auditors of India. So once you clear the exam, you get the membership of ISAI once you apply in ISAI, and then you can begin your practice as a social auditor. So this is basically the steps of becoming a social auditor in order to conduct a social impact assessment. Now, whenever I start a social impact assessment, I will always look into the things, the social intent of the organizations. Now, identifying the social intent means identifying which social audit standard will it perfectly fit into, right? So, we let's understand what are the different social audit standards before understanding what are the methodology, what is the methodology of social impact assessment. So first we have SAS 100, which deals with hunger, poverty, malnutrition. If your organization is doing a kind of work which is going to benefit the people by way of reducing poverty, by reducing malnutrition, so they will fall under SAS 100. Similar is for SAS 200, which deals with healthcare, drinking water, sanitation kind of facility. SAS 300 deals with education and employability. SAS 400 deals with gender equality, 500 deals with environmental sustainability, 600 deals with national heritage and culture, 700 is with rural areas and, yes, Olympic, Paralympic sports. SAS 800 is for incubators for social enterprises. That are those organizations which are helping other organizations carry out social work. SAS 900 is those organizations which support fundraising. Like in recent times, we hear about Keto. These kind of organizations fall under SAS 900. Then we have SAS 1000 for livelihood of poor and farmer. And then we have SAS 1100, slum development. SAS 1200 is for disaster management. SAS 1300 is for financial inclusion. SAS 1400 is for access to the disadvantaged section. SAS 1500 is bridging the digital divide. Basically, the digital sector falls under SAS 1500. And the last of the standards are SAS 1600, which deals with welfare of migrants and displaced people. So now, to understand how we categorize different companies into different SAS, let's do a quick example. For example, there is an NGO named Green Roots. Green Roots, basically, it is say from Vidarbha region. Okay, so this is just an imaginary hypothetical example. So there's an NGO called Green Roots, which is working in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, where we all know there's water shortage often there. So what is it working for? It is again working for solving the problem of water scarcity, and basically ensuring that that the people get access to the water, the fields get access to the water, and the farmers livelihood improves by ensuring the shift of water from excess area to deficient area. So basically they are the ones who are working for, say, solar power wells, or building canals, just basically transferring the water from excess area to the scarcity area. Now this organization, Green Roots organization, NGO, So it is doing the work from the SAS 200, that is healthcare and safe drinking water. It is ensuring that first identifying the areas where there is excess of water. Then second is SAS 500, because it is working towards environment sustainability. It is solving the problem of say water scarcity. Then we have education and employability. Employability how? Because it is planning to improve the lives of the farmers. For farmers, we have again another SAS, that is SAS 1000, that works for livelihood of poor and farmer. So these four SAS are applicable to this organization. Now this organization, what is it wishing? It is wishing to raise a certain amount, say 5 crore rupees. It wishes to raise 5 crore rupees because it is planning to create solar power wells. It's planning that I'll set up 50 solar power wells, and I will train the farmers on how to grow effective crops that are suitable for the lands of those particular area. And it wishes to increase the crop yield by say 40% by providing good fertilizers, or by providing them access to various technologies, various machines. That's wishing to raise 5 crore rupees. Now in this scenario, the green roots organization can at max receive say few lakhs of rupees by way of grants, or by way of donations. But if it wishes to raise more fund, then there is a question that how will it reach at that level. So there comes a suggestion from a social auditor, and they say that why don't you register yourself on social stock exchange, because you are satisfying a lot of criterias with respect to say funding, with respect to spending, with respect to the SAS. You fall under 4 5 categories, so you can definitely try and apply yourself and get registered at the social stock exchange. So first step here, what we did is identify the organization, and help it list down or register itself on the social stock exchange. Now somehow you managed and registered that company on a social stock exchange. But what then? So now there are two options for the organization: either just list itself on the social stock exchange, or second is raise the funds from the social stock exchange. So listing is also sufficient. Why? Because I can tell my other stakeholders, I can tell my fund, the people who are providing me fund, that see, look, I am registered with the social stock exchange, so I'm a genuine company, I'm a genuine NGO, you can invest in me. So there's one step that you can do here. Other thing is you can issue zero coupon zero bonds and raise your funds by way of it. Now what are zero coupon zero bonds? So basically zero coupon zero bonds are zero coupon is without any interest. Zero bonds is there is no repayment required. So if you look at it, it is just like a structured donation. Zero coupon zero bond is basically a structured donation, but you're doing it, you're routing it through social stock exchange. So this is basically how what is a procedure of listing at the social stock exchange firstly, and secondly is this one of the modes of raising funds. So either there will be ZCZP there, that is zero coupon zero bond, or there may be social impact bonds which you can issue to your investors. So this was basically a brief about our how do we get registered, how do we list ourselves. Now coming to the main topic of what are the methods of social impact assessment. So whenever we talk about the methods, our first step our first step basically of any a process of any assessment starts with identifying the objectives or scoping. So scoping, what is scoping? Scoping is I will identify what are the risks attached to this project. I will identify what are the objectives of this project and how is going to reward the people. So basically identifying the risks and rewards defines the scope of my objective. Once that is identified, once I understand my organization, the organization for whom I'm conducting the audit, what is it wishing to do, second step I do is identify my stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people who are directly getting impacted by the project. It may be a farmer, in case like just I spoke about water scarcity, so it may be a farmer. It may be say families who are hunger struck, or who are poverty stricken. So I will identify what who are my stakeholders who are going to get impacted positively or negatively by this project. Once I identify them, I may indulge in, say, group discussions with them, or I may conduct interviews one on one, or I may just conduct simple surveys and identify how is their life changing because of the project, or how was their life before. Next, what I do is I set up a baseline data. So, what happens with the baseline data? I will first understand the scenario that had existed before the project was. So I will understand the pre-project scenario, and then consider the current scenario, and also consider the projected scenario, the future scenario, and then make a comparison between the three: the pre-project, the present stage, and the future stage. After that, I will start identifying my impacts. Once the project has started, once the project is running, I will identify where which areas it is getting impacted. So stakeholders are one thing, but how the stakeholders are getting impacted will be studied in this stage. For example, if I'm talking about farmers, then how are the farmers getting impacted? Is it because of displacement they're getting affected, or is it because the land is becoming infertile, or is it flooding, or what kind of impact is getting created? We will identify the impact at this particular stage. Once this is identified, once all my problems are identified, which are my core areas which are getting affected by this project, positively, negatively affected, both study I'll do, I will start understanding the mitigation measures. What is the organization doing? Firstly, I will inform them about the impact that the project may have. So if the project has already launched, I will just study the impact and communicate the same to the organization, and I will ask them what mitigation measures they had taken in order to just prevent these things from happening. So here, at this stage, there will be mitigations. What kind of compensations are given? Are they properly displaced? Is there compensatory educational or skills training provided? Are they provided jobs, government jobs, or anything, any facility that the organization wishes to give? Then what we do is we collect. Next step is collection of reports. So this till now the efforts were from my end or from the social auditor end. Now next step is I'm going to conduct a research on different reports that were created on this project by the say some supreme court ruling, or maybe a report by an environmental activists. So I'm just going to collaborate with the reports with other reports, and then determine my own understanding and create a report out of it, whether how fruitful that project is. I will analyze if it is more positive, lesser negative, or it's vice versa. And the last step that I'll do is monitoring and evaluation. In case the company has resulted in more of losses than positives in the project, I will say, guide them that you have not carried out the proper mitigation measures, or we could have done this, the impact is not powerful. So at this stage, I will monitor whether they are following what has been conveyed to them by the auditor. So this procedure is basically, if you see, it's just like the normal audit that we do. It's just like the normal audit, but here we are studying the social impact. And social impacts are not quantitative in nature always. They are qualitative, they are quantitative, mix of both. There is emotions attached in this kind of audit. There are not just numbers, like how many people have got displaced. We are not just focusing on the numbers, we are focusing on the psyche of the people, of how they have been impacted. So social audit is beyond just thinking quantitatively. We have to work towards qualitatively, emotionally, and intellectually. So at this stage, monitoring stage or the evaluation stage, we will just identify whether the organization is carrying out its mitigation measures or not. And then based on that, there is a social impact scorecard that we prepare, and that will be the final report which will state whether the social audit, whether the social intent of the organization was fulfilled successfully, or it has done more of bad than the good. Now, to explain this methods of social impact assessment, I will correlate this with an example. Somewhere around 1980s or 90s, there was a sudden assessment that was done, and they had felt that there is a need of a Narmada dam in the Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra region that will get impacted because of the Narmada dam. So this idea was born in somewhere around 1980s, and soon it began to spike in the year 1990s that nahi, we really have to create a Narmada dam because it is going to benefit people. It's very useful for power generation. It is very useful for, say, improving the livelihoods of the people. It will make the land fertile. The fishing community will flourish. The hydel electricity will flourish. So these were the kinds of positives that were stated about the Narmada Dam project. But and in the early 2000s or late 1990s, what happened is there was a social activist named Medha Patkar, and then we have our actor Amir Khan, who conducted a social impact assessment on that project. So social audit is a very recent concept, but they had conducted an impact study right then in late 1990s 2000s, and they began to identify the impact of Narmada Dam project, and they began to campaign that this project needs to stop because it will end up doing more of bad than good. So that is how Medha Patkar and Amir Khan came up with a social impact study. But finally, in say late, not late 2000s, in after 2010 or so, the project started, and the project began to run because they could prove that no, this project is going to do more good to the people than it's getting projected, than it is being stated. So a methodological impact study was conducted. So first what they did was scoping. Just like I said, they did scoping first, identified the risks, identified the rewards. So first they focused on what are the risks if we go ahead with this Narmada Dam project. The first thing was displacement of the people. About 245 villages were going to get submerged because of this project. Because of creating dam, 245 villages were going to get submerged. That is approximately 3 lakh to 4 lakh people were displaced, or they were becoming homeless because of this people, because of this project. So these were some of the risks. Apart from there, that there was a risk that the land may turn saline because of the downstream flowing of the dam. There were damages to the sacred places of the people that was going to happen because of this project. About 37,000 hectares of land was going to get submerged because of this project. So these are basically the risks that were attached to the project. Now when we switch to rewards, now why was the government so much in support of this project? Now the project is known as Sardar Vallabhbhai uh, uh, Patel dam project, but earlier it was just a Narmada dam. It was just an idea, but just because of the positives, just because of the rewards that this project would give people, that they gave a go ahead to this project. So the rewards were basically, once this project would flourish, the electricity generation or the hydel electricity generation would be around 450 MB. Then there was about 3x to 4x increase in income of the people, of the livelihoods of the people living in Kutch and Saurashtra region, which is again a very water scarce region. Next thing that was expected is 18 lakh hectares of land was supposed to get irrigated because of this project, and fishing community would also flourish because of this dam project. So when they assessed, when they did the first step of scoping, they identified what are the flaws of this project and what are the good side of this project, and they weighed it, and they somehow felt that it's going to help income generation in the region of, say, Narmada, Maharashtra, sorry, in the regions of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Gujarat, and that is why they thought of going ahead. So once we have done the scoping, next is identifying the stakeholders. They started engagements with the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders here? So there'll be displaced people, there'll be tribal people who got displaced because of the project. They may be culturally hit because suddenly they have to leave their places and shift somewhere else in a different region, in a different area. So cultural hit they had suffered. The farmers were displaced, and the region, like I said, downstream flowing of the dam led to saline water in certain areas. And if we talk about the benefits, yes, the Kutch and Saurashtra farmers, they were very happy with it because they would get access to the water which was otherwise not available to them, and therefore their lands would soon become more fertile. They would be able to grow more crops. The fishing community was happy because again, the dams would create an opportunity for them to carry out fishing. Plus, the displaced people were also given alternative homes, and they were also provided with compensation. So yeah, basically there were there were stakeholders who were benefiting, there were stakeholders who were getting impacted. So the next step that we do here is baseline data collection. So in baseline data collection, we will be in a much better position to understand how the people who we feel are suffering from this project are going to benefit. So we will compare the scenario before the project and after the project. So in this at this step, we will identify pre-dam how were their lives, what were their sources of income, how happy were they about their life, were they able to meet their daily needs or not, and post dam construction, how is their life changing? Are they provided necessary basic facilities? Were they provided basic necessities before or after displacement, if the government is taking much more care of them? So at this stage is basically identifying whether all those people who are suffering from the project, are they really benefiting or not. After this after this I will identify impacts, which areas I have created impacts. So yes, I have created impacts on, say, the displaced people. I've created impacts on the fisherman community. I have created impacts on the tribal because I am also providing them skill based training. I am also planning to uplift their life, improve their livelihoods by providing them, say, in some work in the construction of the dam, some work in hydel electricity generation, some work in, say, providing them farming techniques trainings. So at this stage we will identify the impacts and identify them. Next step next step what we do is, see, even after the project goes well, there is a particular area when it happens that अच्छा तो चल रहा है but फिर भी कुछ लोग affected है. So when this scenario comes, we will identify how can we mitigate these problems as well. So that there can be random problem. For example, the water is becoming saline, the water got saline because of the downstream flowing of the dam. So what can be done here? So the thing is, we may shift the community, we may ask them to, say, move to a better area, to a more better catchment area for the fishes, wherever the fishes are more, in those areas we may displace them. So we may make certain changes in the in the whatever mistakes that we had made in the earlier stages. At this level, at the mitigation level, we will just correct those mistakes. We may start providing them skill training. We may provide them with alternate work opportunities by by providing them a boost in terms of you can sell farm produce, or you can sell forest produce, or you can do other works like creating bangles, or creating block printings and all those kind of. So alternative employment opportunities at this level, at mitigation level, they may even start doing these kind of things. Next, what happens is reporting. Now at this level, if I'm a social audit and who's conducting a social impact assessment of that kind of project, I will identify what are the Supreme Court rulings, what have been the rulings, what was Medha Patkar's social impact study, what was Amir Khan's social impact study of this project, what were other positives of this project, what have I received from the reports, what have I understood from the stakeholder engagements, with the group discussions that have happened with the people, with the surveys that I've conducted with, say, the tribals, and with the officials there, with the constructing workers there. So based on all that, I will create a report for myself. Once that is done, next step, I will submit this report to the organization and continuously monitor whether they are following my feedbacks well, whether they are implementing the negatives that were there in the project. Are they implementing it, making it good, making it better or not? And based on that, I will create a social impact scorecard, which will determine whether finally was a project successful or not. So a similar social impact scorecard was created for the Narmada Dam project, and it came out to be positive. Although there were a lot of displacement, but the lives of the people have become better because the tourism got boosted post the dam creation. People got opportunities. Now they drive the e-rickshaws there. Now they are having a fishing community, tourist communities. They have their hotels there. They are selling food there. They have their restaurants there. So yes, their lives have improved, which wouldn't have been improved if this project was not in existence. So yes, uh, a small work, a small work has created such a big impact because it has helped the organization also to know where is the shortfall, where are they lacking, how can they make good the damages that is happening because of the project. Plus it will also help the stakeholders also to understand that no, it's just what happens in a community is people get influenced quite quickly, that panchayat में ऐसा सा बोल दिया, नहीं नहीं ये project harmful है, but they don't really understand the in-depth meaning of the project, and that is why they end up bargaining for more. They end up asking for compensation all through their lives. So these social impact studies helps these stakeholders also to identify whether the project was actually fruitful for them or not. Plus it also helps bigger organizations to keep carrying on their good works. So this basically was the social impact study of how the procedure takes place, how we have to conduct an audit. The procedure is very similar to our financial audit that we do, but here it becomes a bit more interesting since we are dealing with the people at the grassroots level. We are dealing with the government officials, we are dealing with different stakeholders, and it's a great learning process to be able to carry out social impact of a social impact study of the organizations. So yes, just like we did this social audit standards, a quick go through of this slide as well. So now we have SAS frameworks also, which will help us guide through our social impact studies. So who has created this framework? The ICAI has created it, and it is mandatory in nature, applicable only to social audit. So what happens is SAS framework helps us give a direction whether our project is, whether our study is going in the right direction or not, whether our assessment is going right or not. That we understand after we go through the SAS framework. And what are, and apart from that, apart from the framework, we have various guidelines, Indian guidelines, international guidelines, which are a driving force for the impact studies, assessment studies. Few of the guidelines are from the national guidelines on RBC, that is responsible business conducts. Then we have Iris Plus. This is a global impact investing network. We get various case studies from these places, and it helps us to understand a project and also find out areas which are untouched, which are unknown. For example, it will help me identify, for example, there is a particular, for example, the Narmada Dam project. Now, in Narmada Dam project, there are certain areas which are not covered by, say, Medha Patkar, also by social activists, also by the organizations also. So Iris Plus will help me understand similar case studies and connect me with those case studies and help me find out and deep help me understand what areas are uncovered or what areas have been left out. Then we have GIIRS, and we have Global Reporting Initiative. We have support from the UN Global Compact also. We can study through the guidelines provided by the Global Compacts, and from the Omidyar networks, which are mostly Middle Eastern in nature. And now, final is what is the scope of social audit in India? Where can I conduct social impact assessment? So we can conduct it in government schemes and programs, just like we did here in Narmada Dam project. We can do it in other government projects. Manrega is one of the most famous projects where social auditors get appointed. We have midday meal schemes. We have other national schemes in Maharashtra levels also. We have Ladki Bahin and all those schemes where we come to know whether impact has been created because of these projects or not. We have NGOs and NPOs who will be needing help with respect to, say, identifying the fund utilization, whether it is going in the right direction or not. For the for-profit organizations, it will help them get listed and raise funds, which they may not be having access to. And then there is environment impact assessment, impact assessment, as in what is a carbon footprint of a particular project. And finally, it helps study the service delivery. So yes, this was it. Thank you for attending the session, and I hope the session was useful to all the viewers. Yes, so this was it. Any questions? Any questions from anyone?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Twinkle. Okay. So, a very good, I got to learn a lot of things. Very new topic it was for me. So, I just wanted, because you have so much of experience in this field, I wanted to understand what actually happens in the real world. So, because there's a lot of noise about the benefits of the government schemes not trickling down to the actual intended beneficiaries. So when you when you're appointed to conduct social audits for such schemes, so how much do you see that actually happening, or it is just some, what do you say, people get influenced today a lot? So what has been your experience?
So yeah, so that's a nice question. This kind of impact studies, assessment studies are very helpful when we talk about government schemes, because most of the times we feel कि government दे
Yes,
तो रही है, but are there any
correct.
beneficiaries?
Yeah.
किसी का भला हो रहा है? तो yeah, तो no scheme is created by the government without understanding कि beneficiaries हैं कि नहीं है. So every
Oh.
scheme that the government is launching after a thorough study of the
Hmm.
beneficiaries, of how much impact it has created. Now, and these funds are received by the beneficiaries.
Okay.
Most of the time it is received by the beneficiaries.
Okay.
So yeah, there are always a middleman
Uh-huh.
who may make
Hmm.
blunders. Most of the
Hmm.
time these funds reach the beneficiaries.
Acha, okay.
They benefit the beneficiaries,
Okay.
but to say that the entire funds that were provided by the government is reaching the beneficiary may not be true, because
Okay.
there are middlemen
Okay.
who are
Makes sense actually. Okay. That was okay. And one more thing. So as you were giving the example of Narmada Dam project. So the original plan was to start it in the 1990s, I suppose, and eventually it ended up happening in 2012, right? If I'm not wrong. So the delay in the development of a dam because of the social impact, it was possibly people were projecting that that is what's going to happen. So, what do you think? How many times it often happens that regional development is affected because of the impact, social impact that a possible project, which in the long term will definitely have a positive payoff, happens? Like how often does it happen that a project is delayed when you know that in the long term it is eventually going to benefit the people, but in the short term, if everyone is scared because of the displacement and everything, and so it delays the development.
So I had said this in the session as well, at one place, that sometimes what happens is people don't understand the project. What they do is they get influenced by the people, say the panchayat committee, or say other people through whom they are going to receive the money. So what they are planning is they think of extorting more of money from the government. They feel थोड़ा और push करेंगे, थोड़ा और compensation मिल जाएगा. So this is a thought process, and this kind of thought process is, I think, is there is in almost every project. But if we talk about specific NGOs who have,
Mm,
say, who work towards child trafficking, or
mm,
specific NGOs are not suffering
mm,
this
mm,
trouble, that the projects are taking a lot of time.
mm.
These things get delayed usually in the government projects, where a
Okay.
lot of people are going to get displaced. So a
Mm,
lot of influence is created by,
mm,
sometimes social activists are,
mm,
sometimes because of their influence, people don't understand the right thing that they're saying, but they
mm.
take it in the form of कि कितना एक्सटॉर्ट कर ले, या कितना हम
Correct.
गवर्नमेंट से ले ले,
Mm,
कंपेंसेशन ले ले, स्किल्स ट्रेनिंग ले ले, ऑल्टरनेटिव जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज ले ले. So they are not taking the positives from the social activists, what they say, or they're not
mm.
taking positives from what the government is trying to push.
Mm.
So in the government projects, yes,
It
the
happens a lot.
delays are bound to happen because people are bound
Mm,
to get influenced. But if I talk about NGOs who are raising
mm,
funds, or I'm talking about the for-profit organizations who raise funds,
mm.
they ensure that the implementation starts quickly, and there are rarely any delays. Plus, they don't suffer much from the government side
Okay.
also. The government permissions are also usually received in time. The government projects are bound to get delayed because a lot of people, a lot
Okay.
of beneficiaries get affected. Yes.
The stakeholders are actually in number
Yes.
also large. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's it. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, so my question to the moderator, there is this question that has come from Sakshi Garg and from Kanpur. She wants to know what is the difference between social audit and CSR.
So, social audit is basically auditing where my CSR funds are going. Okay, so CSR funds is a social intent, and understanding the impact of that social intent is social audit. So both are different things. CSR is the work done, and social audit is identifying whether the work done has created impact or not. Okay, so any organization, for example, the profit making organizations, they have their CSR funds, and they deploy their CSR funds. Then they will carry out a social impact study. They will appoint a social auditor and identify whether their CSR funds have created impacts or not. So that is what is social audit, and that is what is CSR. CSR is basically deploying the funds, and social audit is basically ensuring whether the deployed funds are creating impacts or not.
Very fair. Thank you for your response. And there is another query from Asmita Gupta from Thane. She wants to know more about the scope and who will be the engaging party.
Okay, so the scope, like I shared it on this in the slide. Scope is very vast. We have NGOs also. We have trusts who wish to do. We have educational institutions also sometimes who are working for the benefits of the people. For example, blind schools for the blind, and such organizations. So yeah, yes, we can get in touch with. So social audit, basically you require a great networking. You need to be in touch with such organizations, you need to be in touch with the welfare organizations, and through them you can get an opportunity to conduct social audit of their organizations, plus their sister concerns as well. So you just have to get in touch with say a charity organization or a trust, and through them you can get the audits of various branches. For example, you get in touch with Tata Trust, and from there you can carry out the audits of various other sub organizations. This is just an example. So yes, basically we need to have a great networking in order to conduct social audit, as especially when it comes to government schemes, government jobs, government welfare programs. We have to be we have to be really good, with a good track record, with good experience, that we'll be able to access those projects.
So this reply of yours also answers the questions that Namita Singhania from Ahmedabad has raised, that how to get social audit. So, ma'am, Singhania, ma'am, this answers your question as well. And there is another query by Sahil Dinkar from Mumbai: how to be a social auditor.
So, to be a social auditor, first of all, you can either be a CA, a CS, or a CMA in practice. Or if you're a graduate, you need 6 years of work in the development sector, maybe with any social organization you can be attached to, or maybe some infrastructure company or similar organization. Or if you're a postgraduate, then you will need 3 years of experience in the development sector. Once you qualify this eligibility, you will be able to register yourself in the NISM website, and it's a very easy to just fill the form and choose a date when you want to give your exams. And then you can go there, give your exams. The results are right there on the screen. When just the moment you click the submit button, you get your scores and you get your certificates in say 15 days. Post which you can register yourself with any self-regulatory organization like ISAI, Institute of Social Auditors of India, or any other organizations, self-regulatory organizations, and you can start your work. I hope this answers your query.
Yes, I think that's it with the queries. There is Pallavi Thupada from Kurnool, and she is asking whether she can get these slides.
Yes, I'll share it with the team, and they'll provide you with the same.
All right, that's it. And with this, I take this opportunity to really thank you, CA Twinkle Dubey. It was a very informative session, and social auditor is another stream where the CAs can also focus on, and it will also benefit the society as a whole. And I'm really, we all of us, the entire team, we are all grateful to you. And I would request the another moderator to uh, take over. Swati ma'am, you are on mute.
Swati, it's your Swati, ma'am,
Swati,
you
there
are
is
on mute.
another question that has come up by Khyati Monga from Mumbai. Hi,
Mhm.
how would the primary objective be social impact for profit organization, since CSR objectives are not the basis for creation of said entities. Like JSW also assisted in funding Olympics, but their primary objective isn't social impact.
Okay, so in this kind of scenario, I'll give an example of a company which is creating, say, eco-friendly plastics bags, eco-friendly bags. So here what happens is they are earning profit by selling those bags, plus they have a social intent. They are trying to create an impact in the positively on the environment by creating eco-friendly bags. So here the profits is also earned and social objectives are also fulfilled. So these are called as for profit entities, which are earning the profits also, but they are doing something towards the environment. They're doing something for the betterment of the social life of the people.
There is another question that has come up. Asmita Gupta from Thane. She wants to know study material for NISM. Is that available?
Yes, once you register with with the NISM, they provide you with the PDF of the notes that is in soft copy. But other products are available on the Amazon and similar websites as well. So yes, you get a hard copy on the other websites, but soft copy is available from the NISM itself.
Okay, so I guess that is it for the query part. And I would request the other moderator to take over, please.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to give brief profile of CA Gurvin Narang ma'am. She is a partner at leading CA firm. She is specialized in taxation, audit, accounting, accounting, sorry, accounting, company law, banking, and RBI and FEMA matters. She has served as an ICI faculty for orientation and GMCS. Ma'am is also leading uh, voice in AI adoption for CA professional, conducting session at ChatGPT and AI tools. Thank you, ma'am. Please take over the charge.
Thank you so much, CA Swati. Thank you. First of all, a very good afternoon, everybody. I'm very thankful to CA Priti Parasavla ma'am, Chairperson, Women and Young Members Excellence Committee, CA Ravi Kumar Patwaji, Vice Chairman, Women and Young Members Excellent Committee, for providing me this wonderful opportunity in such a platform of women for by women. So this is a wonderful platform to share the knowledge. And I'm also thankful to CA Twinkle for such a wonderful session on social audit, which is very different from the our other audits. Thank you, Twinkle, for such a knowledgeable session. So I'm sharing my screen. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So future ready smart CA from overworked to optimized with AI. So my dear professional colleagues, let me start with a simple question. Are we running our CA office or is our CA office running us? Endless emails, client follow ups, GST queries at 11 p.m., ITR questions on Sunday, staff dependency, data entry, drafting replies, searching sections, and in between all this, we are expected to think like professionals. Today, I'm not here to talk about artificial intelligence as technology. I'm here to show you how AI can become your most efficient office staff member who works 24 by 7, never takes a leave, and never makes any calculation mistakes. So the real problem in CA offices are most CA offices are stuck up in this loop. We do repetitive drafting. We answer the same client questions daily. We search sections and notifications repeatedly. We depend too much on staff for routine work. We spend time on clerical work instead of the professional work. And the result? Long working hours, delayed responses to clients, stress and burnout, low productivity. Now, what is a smart CA office? A smart CA office is not a very big office. It is not that more staff is there. A smart CA office is where routine work is done by the AI and the thinking and the analysis work is done by the CA. So your new AI team member is Chat GPT. This is not just a chatbot. This is your drafting assistant. This is your research assistant. This is your client communication assistant. This is your training assistant for staff. This is your content creator. This is your SOP creator. SOP means standard operating procedures makers. This is your office automation power. So, the core problem is misplaced priorities. We are doing the clerical work instead of the professional work. Our valuable time and intellectual energy are most often misdirected towards mundane, repetitive tasks. Time goes in typing, not thinking. Manual data entry, document creation, overshadowing the strategic analysis. Energy goes in drafting, not advising. Crafting communication takes precedence over providing insightful client guidance. So, what is our smart CA office? The routine work will be done by the AI, like automative, repetitive task, data processing, and initial draft creation. And what the CA will do? He or she will concentrate on thinking work, focus on strategic advice, complex problem solving, and client relationships. It is about the smarter systems. So, a smart CA office leverages technology to elevate professional capabilities and operational efficiency. So, meet your own AI office assistant, ChatGPT. ChatGPT can revolutionize your practice by taking on various essential roles, enhancing productivity and accuracy across your operations. It will be your drafting assistant. Suppose you have to draft some email, you have to draft some reply for a notice. So it will generate professional documents and communications very fastly. It is your research assistant. Quickly find and summarize relevant information and legal precedents. It is your communication assistant. It will help formulate clear and concise client replies. It is also an SOP creator, like you have to develop standardized operating procedures for various tasks. So, suppose for the first example, drafting replies to clients. Instead of typing long replies, you just simply write, draft a reply to a client asking about GST on renting of commercial property with legal reference. In 10 seconds, the draft is ready. You just review and send it. Second, notice replies, submission and letters. AI can draft income tax notice replies, GST clarification letters, bank letters, professional emails, engagement letters. You save about 30 to 40 minutes per document. Then, making SOPs for staff, that is standard operating procedures for staff. You can ask AI, create SOP for GST return filing process for my office staff, and you get a ready process document. Your staff becomes trained without you repeating instructions daily. So you save your precious time. Then, section, notification, case law search. No more Google confusion. Ask, explain section 54 with example and latest amendments. You get structured and simplified explanation instantly. Then 24 by 7 client support with AI chatbot. I will also show, this is SOP, section and case law. I will also show use case 5, which is 24/7 client support via chatbot. Client asks, suppose at 11 p.m., Sir, what is the last date for filing GST at 3B? Instead of calling you, they ask your AI chatbot on website or WhatsApp and they get an instant reply. You wake up to 0 missed calls. So also it will also help converting images, PDFs to working data. And AI can extract, summarize, and organize them into usable text or tables. Then it is a thinking partner for complex cases. You can discuss with AI. My client sold property, reinvested partially, how to plan the capital gains. It helps you think through options before final advice. So, the result will be the transformation in office. Smart AI enabled CA office, traditional CA office. It was manual drafting. AI drafting will be in seconds. Repeated staff training? No. You have AI SOPs. You have trained your staff through standard operating procedures. Late night client calls. No more late night client calls. You have AI chatbot replies. Searching provisions, instant explanations, time shortage, time surplus. So, what will help you personally? Less stress, more professional thinking time, faster client service, happier staff, happier clients, and better work life balance. Now, let me go through my chatbot which I had created. Before going through that, I will also explain about our institute's CA GPT. I hope every one of you must be using. This is launched by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. CA GPT is AI-powered tool developed by ICAI, which aims to assist chartered accountants in their daily task, which is built on GPT, that is generative pre-trained technology transformer technology. It is focusing on enhancing productivity and accuracy in accounting and auditing tasks. So objective of CAGPT is to automate routine accounting tasks, reduce the human error in financial analysis and audits, provide quick AI-driven insights for better decision making, enhance professional capabilities of CAs through AI support. Title. So how CAGPT works? CAGPT will work. It will use advanced natural processing language and machine learning algorithms. To just show the practical application, I'll quickly go through the I'll show you the CAGPT link. Yeah. So, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, beta version 2, ICI members and students. So it is a wonderful AI platform which is gift to us by Institute of Chartered Accountants. Simply, I'm entering my membership number. I'll get an OTP. Verify and proceed. So just see what a wonderful gift our institute has gifted. It's accounting standard. This is a CAGPT list. It is accounting standards board. You have any query regarding accounting standards, you click on it. You can ask anything about accounting standards. Auditing and Assurance Standards Board, Corporate Law and Corporate Governance Committee, Direct Tax Committee. This is official ICI Direct Tax GPT. Expert Advisory Committee, GST and Indirect Tax Committee, Members and Student Service Directorate, Sustainability Reporting Standards Board, Guidance for Non-Corporate LLP, NLP reports. Then you have Acts and Regulations Official, ICAI, Acts and Regulations GPT, ICAI Internal Audit Standards Board Official, ICAI Internal Audit and Management Accounting GPT, Digital Accounting and Assurance Board Official, ICAI Digital Accounting and Assurance GPT, Ethical Standard Board, which is official ICAI Ethical Standards, Financial Reporting Review Board, Insolvency and Valuation Standards Board, Peer Review Board. This is e-journal GPT, and Financial Markets and Investors Protection GPT. So this is our own specialized chat GPT, which is a gift to us by our institute. This must be the daily used by all the chartered accountants in their office, and they will see how they will be, it will be helping us in a very uh, authentic manner, which is searched by the institute, and then we'll get the replies by any of these topics from then within a fraction of seconds. So it is also coming out the new Income Tax Bill 2025 GPT, Bank Audit 2025, Digital Personal Data Protection Act, Constitution Guide, and also it is having International GPT, which will be UAE and UAE Corporate Tax Assistant by ICI. So thank you, ICI, for giving this wonderful, our own chat GPT. Now going through the next tool I would like to explain. So this, I have made some top AI tools for work. For ideas, it is Perplexity, Claude, Google Bard. So these are the AI tools which are available free of cost to everybody. So you must use all these tools for your work in your office. For website, if you want to develop your own website, it's Wix Studio AI Framer Durable. This is also free of cost. Now, making a website is not a very expensive or a specialized work. Anybody of you can do it. Then it's writing. If you want to do some research work, or you have to write some article, even you have to write some reply, you can take help of these AI tools, Jasper, Writesonic, Copy.ai. Chatbot. I'll just show you in a few while. I have created my own chatbot using this tool, Chatbase, which is a free of cost tool, and you all can also make it, and it is readily available on WhatsApp. It's IntercomFin. This is also a chatbot, free chatbot making AI tool, and custom GPT. These all tools are freely available on the Play Store and Google. You can download it and use it in your office for automation work. So you can automate your simple routine task of your office using these free AI tools. It is Zapier, it is Make, and N8N. These are wonderful tools for CA office automation work for the routine work. Then you have images, Midjourney, Dell, E3, Delete, E3, Stable Diffusion XL, videos. You can make wonderful videos like HeyGen, Synthesia, Runway Gen 2. Also, these are certain other works which can benefit you for designing. You use Canva, Magic Studio, Adobe Firefly, Flair AI. For music, you can use Suno AI, Udio, Boomi. Marketing, it's Jasper, Surfer, is SEO, Ad Creative. So if you use these tools yourself in your office, I think many of the work which was earlier done by the other staff, this can be freely done by you, and these all tools are free of cost. So these are for AI tools, top AI tools, which I just searched and I wanted to share with every one of you, top AI tools for work. Then, so I have also searched some 100 plus AI tools to finish months of work in our hours. So just quickly going through headwise, Research, for research, you can use ChatGPT, Abacus, Copilot, Perplexity, and Gemini. Copilot, Microsoft Copilot is a wonderful. It is one we are using normal Excel. If you use this, it will create wonderful charts, and you can add on Power BI and CMA data. Everything will be done within few fraction of seconds. You just have to type, and then your CMA data of your clients, your financial analysis with charts, it will be wonderfully done. So for research work, I do recommend this ChatGPT, Abacus, Copilot, Perplexity, Gemini. Then for image creations, it's Fatter, Midjourney, DALL-E 3, Microsoft, Stability AI. Then for copywriting, it's RYTR, Copy AI, WriteSonic, Ad Creative AI. For writing, I'd already told you, website also, for video also. For meetings, in office meetings, you can use these TIDV, Naughty AI, Otter, Fireflies. You can fix up meetings, add the notes to the meetings and use it. Then you can use it for SEO, for chatbots. I've already explained this and I'll show you, demonstrate also. Presentation, these presentation, when I got this, I had to got this webinar call. I just prepared my presentation within fraction of seconds using Gamma AI. So just for your reference also, there are other apps also like Decotopus, Slides AI, Slides AI, Gamma AI, which I used personally. You can see my PPT, Designs AI, and Beautiful AI. So these all are free of cost, readily available. Automation is Make, Zapier, N8N, Assembly, Bardeen, and prompts. Prompt making is very important. I'll go for that. What is the basic using AI tools? Your main tool is your prompt writing. It has to be very accurate and effective. Then this is for UI. I created one software also. I'll show you that also. Designing, I've already told you, Canva, logo generator, audio, productivity, social media, and management. So these things also I would like to share it to you. These earlier in 2025, I was more using ChatGPT. Now for research work, I'm also using for Claude. Earlier I was using Google. Now Google app is Grok, Grok. This is very wonderful AI tool. Keyboard. Now I'm using Whisper. Ideogram. This is Nano Banana for any of the photo shoots or doing this image creation. Nano Banana is doing wonders. Microsoft PowerPoint. Earlier, when I used to conduct webinar or seminars, I used to use Microsoft PowerPoint, which used to take me a couple of hours or even 3-4 hours to make any PPT. But now I'm using Gamma AI, which just took me a fraction of seconds to prepare the presentation. Google Scholar. Now it's Notebook LM. So I will also show you my Notebook LM, which is a Google AI tool, it's a wonderful tool, and I recommend you everybody to use in your office. You must have this diary, which is Notebook LM. It's a Google AI tool. Then Adobe Premiere. Now use Opus Clip. Otter, this is for meetings. You can use Granular. So I just referred you. I would like to show you my this. First of all, I would like to show you my this. Where is it? Yeah. So this is my chat bot. This is CA Gurveer Narang Tax Assistant. I created it using chat base. So you can just see, I've already opened it. So you can give it to your clients. Hi. What documents are required for income tax return filing? So just see, these are the questions which client ask off and on. It's my WhatsApp. I'll share it to my clients. This, my chatbot is working 24 by 7. I have trained it according to our requirements, my own requirements. You can just see it's on WhatsApp. I have shared it to my clients and this is working. So I can sleep at night very quietly and efficiently without answering at 11 o'clock. This will work for 24 by 7. Then let's take some more example. What documents are required for GST filing? So this is a demonstration for that chatbot. Now, any of the general questions which our clients ask us off and on, so you can use this tool. This was created by free of cost by me using Chatbase. So I will also like to share you with a website which is called There's an AI for that. So this is having 10,000 AI tools. So you can search task and get any of the AI tool you want to. I'll just share you also with it. So discover, just a minute. There's an AI for that, your gateway to the best AI tools. So I just wanted to share this website link. It's 10,000 plus AI tools. You are stuck in the office at any time, anywhere, just go to website and type that I need, this is my problem statement. It will give you that AI tool. You can use it and your problem is solved in within fraction of seconds. So it's a smart discovery. Find exactly what you need with powerful search and filters. What explore AI tools? Artificial intelligence is fundamentally transforming how we work, create, and solve problems. For automating repetitive tasks to unlocking new creative possibilities, AI tools are becoming essential in every industry. So it's the power of the right tool. Finding the perfect AI tool, you can dramatically boost your productivity, spark innovation, and give you competitive edge, whether you are an entrepreneur, creative professional, or curious explorer. The right AI solution can unlock possibilities you never imagined. So there is an AI for that website. It has 10,000 plus AI tools. So it is also trusted by everybody. Writing and editing, design and creative, customer services, and even workflow automation. So suppose in your office you have to automate your some work. You can put your that problem statement in this website and they will tell you that this you use this tool, and suppose you have to file GSTR 3B and create an SOP. You just put a problem and you want that this work has to be automated in my office, which I need not bother so much. And so they will tell you the tool and you can use that tool and train then your staff accordingly, and your very precious and valuable time is saved. So faster discovery, find the perfect AI tool in minutes instead of hours of research. Join a community of AI adopters and innovators. Stay current with newly added tools and innovations. So, it will also make us informed decisions with authentic user reviews and expert recommendations. So, it is very simple. It's browse and search, read profiles, and try tools. And then it will click link to directly on that tool which you want to use. So it's the future of AI exploration. Then I would also like to share you with me. napkin AI. First of all, I would like to show you about that Google LM, which I just talk about a diary, which should be in the topic of everybody. Just see this. Then I'll go to napkin AI. So you just try Notebook LM. It is by Google. So you just see you have to create a new. And then search. You can create audio and video overviews from website. Budget has released. You just select from upload files. You can select the budget 2026. Upload files. You can select the websites. You can select the drive and copy text. And then what you get is you get these services: audio overview, video overview, mind map, reports, flashcards, quiz, infographic, and slide check and data table. Suppose you don't need to, if the budget is there, you have to study and read all the budget. It will take us around, I think, 2-3 hours to read it. You can relax in the night, use this Google LM, put on the web, and click on this audio overview. And that budget in a condensed form, you'll get a podcast like you're talking to somebody. So I'll also show you how to attach any file. Suppose I have to upload files. So I had just opened this budget speech. So it will take some time. Let it upload. So just see, the document outlines the strategic framework of India's 2026-27 budget, which prioritizes sustainable economic expansion through the Viksit Bharat vision. So it will condense the 50 pages document into few lines summary, and you can just go through it. And also you can create audio overview, video overview, mind map. Just to show me, it will create your mind map. So see, it has created key features, vision, strategy, sustainability, economic growth, strengthening foundation, MSME support. And then it can also further also it can analyze. So you can just focus, see, within a fraction of seconds. Notebook, and this must be in every CA office. So I'll show you that budget file also, which I attached it. You can see. See, just see how much pages it is. It summarized it within fraction of seconds. Also, I had budget speech. You can use it as a audio podcast also, attach it and use it. So this was for Notebook LM. Next, I'll go through another AI tool. So this was it. So you can click a link for website also, anything you want within, and you can create a notes also and you keep it there. And anytime you just have to check out the budget notes, you click it and you will have this notebook LM in your pocket. Now, I would also like to show you one software which I created using AI. I'm not a programmer or a coder, but I used this certain AI tools and created this log tool which is called Welcome Smart AI ITR. So I also wanted to share with all my friends. So I'll just log in into it. So what I basically created was like our CAs do lot of time studying the AIS, TIS, 26 AS balance sheets of our clients during the audit season. So I created this tool. Your AI assistant is ready to guide you. Tell me about yourself. I have created two clients. One is self-employed business, another is salaried. So when I click suppose salaried, so I'll attach AIS of my client. This obviously this AIS is redacted without any client's information. So this is suppose my client's AIS. So save and next. So this was the AIS which I attached. Then, just analyze it. I'm clicking it. So it has analyzed this data. You can just see it. So I had redacted, so PAN number is not there. So it is AIS of a client. He's getting salary from Bajaj Finance Limited, total credited, interest from deposit, total interest from saving bank. And see, it's AIS is, see, otherwise when we see the AIS, it takes how much time? We have to analyze what is the saving interest. So it in fraction of seconds, see, it has given us all the details. I'll show you the AIS also, the client which I attached. Then suppose I have attached this balance sheet of the client, profit and loss of the client. You can prepare the balance sheet and profit and loss summary. Then you can analyze the risk of notice possibility, credit debit summary. So suppose this is some clients 26 AS. So you can compare the balance sheets and profit and loss also for 2 years. So like this, I just created this for a little tool for using AI for the benefit of our CA fraternity. Yeah, so you can just see. So it's given total amount paid, credited, total tax deducted, total TDS deducted. So there's no default related to TDS. So it has highlighted the entire 26 AIs and AIs. So I'll just show you the 26 AIs also of the client. See, this was the client's detail that Equitas, he's getting salary. This is the interest salary. So this was the 26 years. And also 26 AS, and this is AS. So within fraction of seconds, it's just all the mutual funds transactions. It's summarized in fraction of seconds. Even for salaried employees, you can attach the form 16 and it will elaborate it in a seconds that what is the salary. So this was just for this income tax purpose. And then also I use this, just a minute. Yeah. I had a chatbot here also. Please guide me about GST return filing. So this is AI is thinking. So anywhere you are stuck, you can use it. I just created some chatbot. So see, goods and services is mandatory. GST 1, 3B, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9C. Prepare the required information collected, validate and submit. So it has created a SOP for us. So I can just, how to compliance, maintain records, file the return, deadlines, reconciliation. So I can make this PDF and, I've created a SOP and I can give it to my staff. Like these are the various returns. Otherwise, they're coming up and asking that what are the same questions which staff and the clients ask. So you can train your staff with this SOP and save your precious time for analysis work and more of research, which we are actually, we should utilize our precious time for analysis work and research work. So one more AI tool I wanted to share with you is Napkin AI, which creates beautiful charts. So how a napkin AI is a it also transforms the complex financial data into complex, compelling visual studio. So it's a revolutionary AI-powered visual storytelling platform. So just to show it. So it is a AI-powered visual storytelling platform that instantly transforms plain text into professional grade visuals. Built by experienced Silicon Valley innovators, this cutting-edge tool democratizes design by enabling anyone to create stunning charts, flowcharts, infographics, and diagrams. So how a napkin, you just input your content, AI generates options, customize and perfect. So it will make intelligent chart generation, seamless integration, flexible export options, and cloud-powered security. It's also transfer complex statements into clear insights. So I'll also demonstrate if you want to see in a physical manner. It's napkin AI. You want to create a new napkin, you just paste any text. Suppose I have to create on I can either paste your text by describing my idea. Suppose so this is the magic. See, the beautiful charts are created. Any of the chart you would like, you can use it. It's giving options, foundations of Income Tax Act. So beautiful presentations and research work. I didn't just type the topic and it just completely wrote me this entire article with the visual creations. So whatever visuals I need, I can save it and select it. So this was about Napkin AI, and I hope, let me check out. Yeah, the prompts work I just wanted to share. That prompt is, I'll just take few seconds more. Prompt writing is the most important aspect while using the artificial intelligence in our office. The garbage in, garbage out, how we get the data from the AI's prompt. So your prompt is very important. Suppose I just created 15 prompts for chartered accountants that can streamline daily tasks and save time and boost efficiency. You just don't write this, give me this financial report. No, financial report generation. Generate a detailed financial report for this client name for the period start date to end date, including balance sheet, profit and loss statement, and cash flow analysis. Audit checklist. Create a comprehensive audit checklist for the client name internal audit focusing on compliance with specific accounting standard or regulation. Tax return preparation. Prepare a summary of tax deductions and liabilities for client name income tax return for financial year, highlighting areas for potential tax saving. So you should have that art of asking the question and prompt also in a very elaborate manner. Only then you'll get a wonderful answer from AI, which can make you ahead of the other CAs who are not using AI in their office. So my important point is that AI will not replace CA, but CAs who will use AI will replace CAs who don't. Payroll automation, budget versus actual analysis. I just created little prompts which we use general client invoicing automation, set up an automated invoicing for client name, including GST service charges and payment terms for services rendered. So you can also create a normal client invoice automation you can which is the normal after recovering the fees from the clients. So you can automate this work in your office. GST return filing preparation. Prepare the GST return for the period. This including reconciliation of purchase and sale invoices with GST 1 and 3B. Financial forecasting. Create a financial forecast for the client name for the next quarter, incorporating revenue projections, expense estimates, and cash flow projections. Vendor payment management, bank reconciliation statement, depreciation calculation, investment portfolio management, expense categorization, compliance tracker, profitability analysis. So I just for your all sharing, I just highlighted 15 prompts which are very beneficial in our day-to-day office CA work. So these are the prompts in a proper manner. And what are the criteria for writing the prompts? I'll also like to share you that. So this is very, if you master this, mastering AI prompt. So you have to be clear, specific, provide context, define output format, and use step 5 request. So begin prompts with role assignments like act as a chartered accountant to get the expert level content aware responses. So you have to tell about yourself, your client's work, and what exactly the work you want to get from the client, from the AI for the benefit of the client in an elaborate manner to get a reply which is more effective than a simple question. Please prepare this financial forecast. No, act like a chartered accountant and prepare a financial forecast for these many years to be used for a client who is into this industry and highlighting your other details. So start with the role assignment. Begin with act as a CA as specializing in Indian tax compliance to set the professional context. Then use line breaks or triple quotes to clearly distinguish background information from specific tasks. Also specify tone and format, which is very important. Explain in simple terms or summarize as a bullet list to control output style. So sample prompt is act as a chartered accountant in India, summarize the mismatches in this client's Form 26A as compared to their provided AI statement, provide 3 actionable recommendations in bullet points. So Perplexity is a wonderful research tool. I recommend everybody to use it. So it's Gemini. Gemini also wonderful. Then Claude is also wonderful. So this was the universal platform which I wanted everybody of you to know. Role, context, task, requirement, and output format. So define the AI's professional identity, act as a Indian GST specialist, context, provide relevant background, task, state the specific action, review these files and identify the discrepancies, requirements, add constraints, specify the desired format, table, bullet list, dashboard, or narrative summary. So I hope I have covered all the points which I wanted to share. And these were the LLM models. ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity. These all are very useful. And even I would like to, you can just see, ChatGPT is to automate your workflow, create custom GPTs for writing, planning, analysis. And Grok is for creating viral post or social commentary. And Gemini is for organizing and collaboration inside Google Workspace for to keep everything connected. Claude is to summarize, fact check, or rewrite large complex documents. And Perplexity is when accuracy or verification matter, great for research reports and sourcing. So that's it from my side. So I already would like to close it that again and again, CAs who will use AI will replace CAs who don't.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Thank you so much for the very enriching and insightful
And
session.
yeah,
Uh,
and one more line I would like to
okay.
share that after today's session, we studied for years to become professionals. Let us not spend our lives doing clerical work. Let AI do the routine work. Let CAs do the thinking work. The future CA office is not bigger, it's smarter. And I hope that after today's session, each one of you walk out not just as a CA, but as a Yashaswini CA, empowered by knowledge and enabled by AI. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yes, definitely, definitely. I guess I'll be speaking on behalf of everyone here when I say that everyone here must have thought, "Okay, how can we use AI the best in our day-to-day practices?" And today you have introduced us to so many useful tools. Like my notebook is full actually. I've listed out all of them, and I have heard only the top three. I'll say like Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT. Thank you so much. And your the tool that you had prepared also being a non-programmer, as you
Yeah,
say, it seems,
exactly. Yeah.
wow, you're really talented then. And we have a lot of questions, okay? So by even when the session was going on, people were very curious about many stuff. So for the first, so I'll directly jump into the question. I guess we are anyway a little short of time.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so first is a message from Rohan Jain. Actually, he's I guess someone who you know. He's been saying that his was the first message that hi Josh for your AI session. He's a fan of yours. Good
Oh,
evening,
thank you.
Gurleen
Thank you
ma'am.
so
Hi
much.
Josh for your AI session. Fan of yours. Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. Say my thanks to him. Yeah.
Thank you, Rohan. So then next we have, so Ritika Jain has posed multiple questions. I'll go line by line. So first one, she's asking, refer some good platforms where CAs can regularly learn AI tools. Is there a platform for us to
Yeah.
learn AI tools?
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
first of all, I would also recommend that Institute of Chartered Accountants has launched a certificate course on AI, right?
Okay.
And it's the website ai.icai, which is
Okay.
institute's website for artificial intelligence. You must follow that, and I also would prefer that my passion for CA Chat GPT
Mm,
started like around COVID, and then I
mm,
started speaking on it. But when I conducted this AI course on
mm,
artificial intelligence by the institute, my perspective of using the AI in my
mm,
office totally changed. So
mm.
I would also recommend now. The institute has also launched the certificate course part two.
Okay.
So you must
Okay.
follow this institute's AI.icai plus. I have also told you for that website AI for that, which has 10,000 AI tools for the.
Mm,
It is regularly updated. Any AI tool which is recently launched, it's updated on that portal.
mm,
So both the institute and the general website you can follow.
okay.
And also the certificate course, if anybody has
Mm,
done it, it's very good. If anybody is interested, then you must do it.
okay. Okay. Sai Purni V from Tamil Nadu, she's asking, I have a query regarding how to use AI chatbot to automate reply to client calls and reminders. Is there any application or do we need to create one?
Yeah, see, I just listed some tools for creating
Mm.
that free chatbots. The
Okay.
WhatsApp chatbot which I showed you, I used Chatbase. This is a website.
Chat base.
Yeah, I
Chat
use that
base.
chat base. And then
Okay.
I trained that chatbot according to my personal requirements, like what
Mm,
services, if anybody asks to my WhatsApp
mm,
chatbot, what services CA Gurveen Narang provide, it will reply according to that. So
okay.
you just have to train your chatbot. I
Mm,
listed one website which I used. I listed other also websites which is for free chatbot. Like you don't have to
mm,
pay to them. You just
mm,
have to log in into it and use, like you have to automate some work and then train your chatbot accordingly and then share it to your clients on WhatsApp, which will work 24 by 7. So
mm,
it is really going to save our precious time. And see, you just have to share your chatbot on WhatsApp to your clients, and that similar questions which they ask, keep on asking again and again, that chatbot will reply for you. And you can,
mm,
even that entire conversation is saved. So in the morning, you can check out which client
mm.
asked which question and did your chatbot reply accordingly. If not, you can retrain your chatbot also. So it is a
Okay.
personal,
Okay.
very,
Okay. So,
yeah. So it's like
so we
that.
have to create one using the resources that we have
Resources,
basically.
that's free of cost. I created this free of
Mm.
cost, not even a single
Okay.
penny I paid it. Yeah, that WhatsApp chatbot. Yeah.
So time is the only money that you're gonna
Yes,
pay for
yes.
it.
And it's saving my time now,
Yeah,
precious.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Obviously.
Yeah,
Okay. So, Ami Desai from Mumbai, she's asking for CAGPT link. I
yeah,
guess this is the ICI, huh?
yeah. I'll share it again if see a GPT link. Yeah. See, this is AI.ICI CAGPT list. So this is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, AIICI.org
Mm.
CAGPT.
Okay. Please, Ami, you may note it down. Ma'am has opened it. Okay. Then next is someone has requested to share the deck that you have presented here. So
Yeah,
I guess that, huh, that you will do.
yeah. I'll share it with
What
the team.
Okay. There are many questions for, yeah, how can we create software and how to create the WhatsApp chatbot. So ma'am, I've already answered this question. So there are tools to create your own this AI tool. But the only thing is that you'll have to spend time training it to answer
Yes.
questions specific to, yeah, what you wanted to reply. You have to cater it, like you have to customize it to as per your needs and what your client will be requesting. Okay, then okay. So there is one question about the smart AI tool that you have prepared. In that, I guess in the feedback, in the analysis section, you have mentioned analysis of risk of notice as one of
Yeah.
the prompt. So
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
is asking how is it done, and did you give any parameters to the AI and trained it?
Yeah. Yeah, I trained, yeah, I definitely, that's a good question. I'll just show you risk of notice
Yeah,
possibility.
this is from Bhagyarani from Coimbatore.
Yeah, I'll just show where is my tool. Definitely, I've trained it. Suppose there are mismatches in AI and TS. I showed you like when I had attached that AIS, TIS, 26 AS. What I had backend may, I have trained them that if there are mismatches in all of these three documents, then just answer that there is some red alert. Like if there is salary mismatch in three of them, then you just highlight it. You need to check it beforehand. Like after 31st March, no, it is in 31st, after 31st May only, when Form 16 is issued, you get the 26 AS. So when we start analyzing, it takes us lots of time. So what I got is when I will attach 26 AS, AIS, TIS of a client, then it will check out of a salaried employed. Suppose if everything is matched with Form 16 also. First, I will attach Form 16 of the client. Then I'll attach 26 AS, AIS, TIS. If it is not mismatching, it will just give a red alert. And if it everything is matching at Form 16, information which client has given me, which is from their respective accounts department, and these three documents, income tax, if everything is matching, so risk of possibility is very low. Similar
Risk of
in the
notice.
case low, and if it is something is mismatch is there, so it will analyze risk of possibility as high. Secondly, this was for salaried employee. For business employee, what I did is I attached that GST 3B of the client. Then I attached 26 AS, AIS, TIS of the client to see if there is any mismatch of the turnover, which is as per 3B summary. So little mismatches, if there is any. So it will be highlighted before that only, and accordingly, I'll prepare the return of the client so that the risk of no notice possibility is reduced to minimal.
Okay, okay. So the tools that you have prepared, so is that like available for use for
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is?
yeah. I prepared it for hackathon, and if anybody
Okay, okay,
requires
okay.
it, so
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
definitely
so
share
people
it.
who have questions about how do we prepare tools like that and like
Yeah.
whether they can use
So
it, and please do contact ma'am directly. She's being very generous here, giving access
definitely,
to her IP.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
If I'll share the demo, and if they can use it, and it will be very soon launched on the
Oh, that's awesome. That's like,
yeah.
yeah, you're very passionate about tech, I guess.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. The
That shows,
passion
that
is
shows.
increasing day by day. Yeah.
Yeah. And someone is, Priya is requesting that the comparison table that you had showed for ChatGPT, Grow and Claude, whether you can share that again. I guess she wants to
Take a pic for
capture,
that.
take a picture.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. It was here. So it is for the use cases. Then what are the strengths of all these tools? What are the pro tips that I already analyzed? And every tool has its own strength. Like ChatGPT has
Correct,
multimodal
correct.
capabilities. Then,
Mm.
you know, Grok Grok is also a wonderful tool connected to real time and sharp, punchy, perfect for content creators and even fast reaction to breaking events. Then you have this Gemini. Gemini is deep integration with Google Apps, and Claude is exceptional for long documents up to 200K plus tokens, and it also great at summarizing and rewriting complex text. So last is Perplexity. It is verified for research, fact checking, and summarized knowledge, and always cite sources and provides transparency, real-time web-based data, excellent summarization for research. So whatever requirement you have, you can use accordingly LLM. And I recommend that you must use all these LLMs. Suppose for their specific, their speciality, when you're doing for research work, go for Perplexity. When you are doing
Okay.
for deep reading, comprehension, or ethical reasoning, go for Claude. If you
Okay.
are
Okay.
want to go for integration with Google Workspace, go for Gemini. And Grok is for the tracking or quick summaries, writing witty conversational post. And ChatGPT, I hope everybody is using. It's
Yeah,
creating
yeah.
content, coding, and everyday productivity workflows.
Okay. Okay. Then we have Kathy. We have a question from Kathy. She's asking which tool can be used for automation, such as client invoicing, GST calculation.
Yeah, it's N8N. N8N. I'll show you that tools for
Okay.
automation. I had just selected some tools also. I'll again share that pic. It's Zapier, Make, and N8N. These are the
N8N. Okay. Automation
N8N.
tools are.
Automation is if anybody wants to click a pic. So this is ideas, website writing, chatbot. This was I used for chatbot. Intercom Fin and custom GPT is also good. So automation, it's Zapier, Make, and N8N. So
Okay.
these are the good tools for automation work in our office.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing is that you have to train it according to your requirement.
Yeah. So there
Yeah.
are actually questions also 2 to 3 about how do we train the AI tool? Like how do you actually train it? Please run us through the process with some examples. Again, this is by Khyati only.
Okay, that train is like whenever you start with some automation tool, it will itself ask the questions.
Okay.
So whatever training you want to provide to your chatbot for your requirements, like I trained my chatbot which I had created on WhatsApp. I'll show it again.
Okay.
I trained about myself. Where is just a minute. When you will open that website link of Chatbase and log in it, you'll just automatically come to know that what all questions they are asking. They asked about what are my specialized fields. I trained about chatbot. I trained about my services. I trained about the general 3B questions, GST return questions,
Okay.
GST documents. So I trained my chatbot according to that. So it is your personal chatbot. It's your personal staff which is working 24 by 7. So you have to train just as you start train your staff. So you
Yeah.
have to train your chatbot according to your personal requirements. So every CA offices must be having different requirements. So you have to train it.
That's true. That's true.
I just was looking for that chatbot too. And I hope after this seminar, everyone will have this chatbot 24 by 7 on their WhatsApp. Just a minute. This was top AI tools for this work, and yeah, this was this. So hi again for filing tax return, for filing GST filing. Suppose please guide me about GST 3B filings. So it's telling the GST 3B. So it's like that. I have trained it according to myself.
Okay. So basically, when you're building the software itself, it will ask you questions and it will guide you how
Correct.
to, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Mm. So the next question is by Jitendra Kumar from Chennai. He has complimented you saying that it was a very eye-opening session, wonderful tools which can make the life of a CA very easy. Totally agree, Jitendra. So he's now asking about the skill of right prompting and what can be the risk if we give an incomplete prompt.
Yeah, so
How?
DPDP Act is coming, which is it is data protection. For this AI also, it
Mhm.
is very important. For using ethical AI. You don't have to
Okay.
share your client's PAN number or
Mm.
certain personal details.
Mm.
I'll show you that also. Things
Okay.
not to share with AI.
Yeah,
Huh.
okay. Yes.
Just see this.
I guess that ties up to another question that Charmi has. What security measures one should take
Yeah,
while using these AI tools to ensure
yeah.
data security? Okay.
Yes, exactly. That is very important. Ethical AI
Yes.
is very important, and
Mm.
DPDP's Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 is coming, and you must. When I read the penalty part, can you anybody here guess how much penalty can be charged for failure to protect data or breach lapses? Anybody from the audience, if anybody can predict how much penalty is there that if anything breach of data security happens? So I'll come to that.
Mm.
11 things to never share with ChatGPT's SSN, credit cards, banking information, home address, phone numbers, passwords, pins, security codes, medical records, prescriptions, legal troubles, private family, work secrets, trade secrets, client employer confidential data, illegal activity instructions, other personal information, anything you won't boast publicly. So this is very important. And the penalty, anybody answered?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
But someone is I guess I can see your screen, but one of the participant has written that they cannot see your screen.
okay.
Uh,
Should I share it again?
yeah. Yes, please.
The same, okay.
Yes, the same. This is
Is it visible?
yes, I can see it. Okay. Bhagyarani, you have a question here that you could not take the picture, so please confirm whether you can see the screen now. I guess we can go ahead for now.
Yeah, the
Okay, so
penalty for this ethical AI, and it's
hmm.
250 crores.
Oh,
Just imagine,
that's that.
So,
Yeah, that's higher
this,
than
yeah,
yeah.
AI
Okay, yes,
is
two
so
people have
important.
answered it.
Two,
Vishweswar Rao, Iyer, Ganpati
That's
Iyer.
I'm so happy, when I read the
Um,
penalty, so I really was cautioned that I must address
250.
my CA fraternity that
Yeah.
just see the penalty of data breach or anything which is confidential is, even if it's done, it's DPDP Act, it's up to 250 crores. So the big firms and companies are using AI, but in an ethical manner.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Shika Jain, again, it's the same question. What about privacy issues of client using while using the AI?
Yeah,
Shika, I guess ma'am has already answered this question. So there was a list of 11 things that we are not supposed to disclose to the AI when we are giving it any data. So we have to be careful there. Plus, there is an act coming up. We have to comply with it.
correct.
DPTP Act, 250 crores. Okay, there are three people who have answered the question of the penalty. So
That's great.
people are up to date.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Okay. So yeah, she's okay. Your screen is also visible. Anyone wants any specific deck, you may write to me. I'll request for it specifically. Also, there are people asking for the PPT that you have prepared and the list of tools that you had given. So if we
Definitely,
can,
definitely.
yeah, if you can share that all with the technical team, I'll just ask them to forward it to the participants or any way that the coordination that will happen. Okay. And Rohan Jain again is asking for your LinkedIn Connect ID
Yeah.
and the recording of this session also. I guess the technical team will be able to share that. Your LinkedIn Connect ID, ma'am. So
It's Gurveer Narang.
okay.
I'll share it just to.
Deep research.
Yeah, my LinkedIn ID is Gurveer Narang.
Okay. Okay, Rohan. So, ma'am has shared her LinkedIn ID. You may connect with her directly. He has also asked like which tool is best for deep research, Gemini or Perplexity.
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 If I compare both of them,
Okay.
Perplexity will also refer to the sources of the research.
Hmm.
It back end may whatever research they will tell us what is the source of that research.
Perplexity. Okay.
Yeah,
So it gives you
perplexity.
citations also basically
Yes,
where what is the
exactly.
correct,
Exactly.
correct.
So as a CA, we have to, you must have heard about that chat GPT, some case law which was hallucinated, and then the judgment was also passed for that case law.
Hmm.
So before relying on AI also, like Perplexity, I personally checked it out. It recites the source of that research. So,
Oh,
but the source verification is also very important before presenting our
correct, correct.
the data which the LLM or this AI tools tell us. So, we are ultimately AI cannot replace the chartered accountant because we are human intelligence and this is machine intelligence.
Very true, very true. Okay, so any more questions? I guess how do we get PPT? So we are getting multiple questions for how do we get PPT. So if someone from the ICI technical team can help me out here, if I can answer the participants directly. Okay.
Yeah, I'll share it with the tech team.
Okay, okay. So then this will be shared with the tech team. They will then forward it to the participants, I suppose. Okay, so that is it. No more questions. I guess most of them are the same one that were asked before as well. And it is about thanking you, mostly like for it being a very wonderful session. Thank you for your time, ma'am. And
Thank you so much.
thank you for the insights that you've given us. I guess this is one of the most valuable 1 hour that I have spent
Thank you so much. Thank you
interviewing
so
you.
much.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Swati, for the introduction. Okay, so I guess that's it for the day. Thank you.
Thank you.